What's up, everybody? Back at you with another episode. Just letting you know, we went out in the street. I had put this up on the community the other day. Went out in the street, talked to some people. I actually ran into the dude where I did that little short where he was out there in his underwear. He was slamming his feet into the ground. And I seen him and I pulled over. I was like, hey, man, what's up? I seen you the other day. You were bugging out. You had some stuff going on. The dude punched you, knocked you out, left you out in the middle of the road. And, the ambulance showed up and all of that good stuff. They picked you up and don't know exactly what happened. I'm assuming that they took you to the hospital, but I'm glad to see that you're still alive. What was going on the other day? What made you act like that? Why were you bugging out? And I asked him if he wanted to do an interview. So we sat down, we did an interview. I talked to him, and I was shocked to find out that this dude is 18 years old, man. 18 years old, and he's out here on the street catching dates to survive and to feed his habit. So this is the short, and this is his interview. Make sure you leave a comment. And don't forget that this is someone's son. This is someone's, someone loves this kid, man. And really, he's a kid on the wrong road that definitely needs some help. And we offered some help, and you'll find out in the interview whether or not he takes it. Hey. What the hell? Hey, what's going on? How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I seen you the other day. You were out on Lyle Avenue. You were bugging out. And I was like, damn, what the hell? I was just shocked to see this. And now I drive by and I see you now. And I'm like, hey, I got to interview this dude. So I want to ask you, the other day when you were bugging out on Lyle Avenue, what was going on?
I was just high and hallucinating off of heroin.
Okay.
That had fentanyl in it, of course. And it just brung out the devil of me, like a whole different me. Like, I identify as female. I am transgender, male to female, and it just brung out the whole male of me. Like, I was not even Diana.
You were bugging out. What's your name?
My birth name is Damon, but I go by Diana.
Okay. And how old are you?
I am 18 years old, birth date February 4th, and I was born in 2004.
Talk up a little bit so we can hear you. So you're 18 years old and you're out here on the streets.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I was born in Syracuse. I'm originally from Rochester.
Where
Mostly
you're
raised in Rochester.
in the city?
Yes.
Where at?
East side, well, all over.
Okay. Where are your parents at?
My parents, my father is in Syracuse. My mother, she's still here in Rochester.
Is your mom addicted to drugs or?
No, my mom, she only do alcohol, which is beer and cigarettes. She don't do no marijuana. She don't do no crack or none of that stuff.
Okay. Does she worry about you?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Every day, all day. The moment I video chat her and she sees me, she bawls out in tears.
Yeah. You're 18 years old. I'm sure she's pretty concerned with you and what's going on with you and what's going on in your life, right?
Yes. She worries about me a lot.
At 18 years old, so you said you were doing heroin, fentanyl, and smoking dope, whatever. How old were you when that all started?
I was 15.
15 years old.
Yes.
And how were you introduced to that life?
Okay, so I was posting ads online, prostituting online.
At 15?
Yes.
For what? Why?
Just being a hot ass.
Okay.
Wanting to be grown and get to my own money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And long story short, I got picked up by this white guy and he took me to the hotel and he pulled out crack out his sock and I already knew what it was and he asked me have I done it before or am I new to it or anything like that, and I lied and I said yes, and he passed me the pipe and the cat and I smoked it. I was drunk off Four Locos, two of them, two full cans of Four Locos, and I burnt out. He paid me $250 to chill with him all night. And I got home with only $5 and I bugged out but I can't blame no one but me.
Yeah.
because I should have been the smart one and should never even put myself in that predicament. So I spent all my money on rest of crack, and
So now that you're out here, you're 18, you're prostituting, you said, right?
yes,
You ever worried about getting killed out here?
yes, every day, all day.
Have you ever had a date or a lick find out that you're a dude and want to do something to you?
No,
No.
I've always been straight up, or they either already knew,
Okay.
and they're very discreet. So I just keep it between me and that person.
When
And
you were younger growing up, what did you want to do with your life?
I've always wanted to be like a YouTuber, like a famous transgender, and like put my life out there. Like,
You want to put your life out there on YouTube.
yes,
You
all
know,
over social media. It's like I'm already TikTok famous. And,
you are TikTok famous?
yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. What's your name on TikTok?
Diana Diamond.
Dan the Diamond?
Diana Diamond.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll check that out, and I'll post a link on my YouTube channel for this interview. What's it going to take to get you off the street?
I ask myself the same questions. I honestly don't even know. I don't have no answer to that yet, but I'm figuring it out. I've done rehab once, it did not work for me.
Do you realize that you're 18 years old and that you have your whole life ahead of you?
Yes,
Do you understand that out here on the streets you could end up dead at any moment?
that's right.
Are you afraid of that?
Yes.
The other day when you were bugging out, I came back by and I seen this dude hit you. Who was that dude? Was he a pimp? Was he your friend?
I have no clue. Like, I go through so much stuff to where I can't even remember half of the shit that happens. Like, a few days ago, yeah, excuse me. Yesterday, I just got out the hospital, and like, if it wasn't for whoever called the ambulance, or whatever, I would have been dead. All I remember me waking up into a hospital bed with a breathing tube
Yeah.
down my throat and a little urine tube
Yeah.
thing inside of my private, like, cause I was.
You were laid out in the middle of Lyle Avenue, and I thought you were dead. To be honest with you, I thought you were dead.
Yes, the ambulance said they found me in the middle of the road.
Did they hit you with Narcan?
I do not.
So that wasn't enough that you almost lost your life out there.
Apparently not.
It's dangerous out here in these streets, isn't it?
Yes.
You ever have people out here try to rob you?
No.
No? How long you been out here?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
And you're 18 and you've been out here for 4 years?
Yes.
This is a wild, wild life for you.
Yes, it is.
Today, if you want, I can give you a ride to your mother's house. I can take you to a rehab center. We can do whatever you need to do. Is that something you want to do today? Are you ready to change?
Honestly, I don't think I'm ready to change. I'm not ready.
You like this life?
Yes. To being honest, I'm just being real. You know what I mean? But for right now,
Yeah.
gotta get my mind into the right set.
I want to ask you this. What do you like about this life?
Getting high.
You like getting high. You like the way it feels.
Yes.
You ever go hungry?
Yes.
Do you like how it feels when you're hungry at night?
No.
Do you like how it feels when you got nowhere to sleep?
No.
There's not much that I can say, but just that, you're a young man. You still got your whole life ahead of you. It's up to you. Change has to come from you. You have to want it. And, a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm addicted and I can't shake the addiction, things like that, right? But I also believe it has to come from within. Like you just said, I'm not ready to change. I like getting high. I like this lifestyle. You ever worried about people trapping you in their car or throwing you in a trunk?
Yes.
That's a fear of yours.
Yes.
And that hasn't happened to you yet.
No.
Well, thank God. There was a dude that was killed out here last week, right? I grew up with his mother, Ray Ray. Did you know him?
Yes. Yes. He knows my brothers, my whole family.
Oh, yeah?
For a long, long time. For years.
Well, listen, I'm gonna find your TikTok link, and I'm gonna look at that, maybe post that for you. But I appreciate you coming on, and I really think at 18 years old, you need to wake up and realize you got your whole life ahead of you, and it's up to you what you do with your life.
That's right.
All right?
Yes,
If you
sir.
want help, you can flag me down. I'm around here all the time. All right?
Yes.
Listen, keep your head up. And, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your experiences. I can't really ask you to give a message to younger folks because you're not ready yet.
That's right.
You're 18 years old. This is the life that you're living. And I'm glad that, you lived the other day. Be careful. That fentanyl's dangerous, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
18 years old, man, caught up in that web. But dude's still at an age where he could change his life. But it's up to him. I don't really think he wants it. He don't want it right now. After, bugging out the way that he bugged out, stomping his feet on the concrete. I mean, at some point you got to hit a point where you're like, wow, man, I want to change my life. Or you keep pushing. You keep pushing, keep doing the things that you're doing, man, and you're stuck. You're forever stuck. And like I say, man, living life to die. About an hour after I left over in that area, I did 3 interviews that day. About an hour after I had left, I get a crime report update. Boom. Right there on the corner of that street. And just so people know, that was the old house that my mother used to live at. She no longer lives there. I did them interviews in the backyard over there. But right on the corner of that street, 27-year-old kid, they hit him up, forever gone. Gets himself to the hospital. Someone drives him to the hospital, and he's gone. 2 hours later in my city, they pull out them things, they start, and you know what happens. Another guy dead. And this 18-year-old kid's out there on the street. He has a mother that loves him. He's somebody's son. He's somebody's child. He's caught up in addiction. And I hope for his sake that, he waves me down one day. Hey, Chad, man, I need some help, man. I'm tapping out. I finally hit the bottom. Could you please give me a ride to rehab? Could you please give me a ride to my mother's house? Because I'm done. I don't want to live this life no more. Not like this. I want to change. And, anybody that's listening right now, you're caught up in addiction. You're young. You still got your whole life ahead of you. If you're a mother, you're caught up in addiction, your kids need you. And I know it's a struggle. I know it's easier said than done. But you got to find the will. You got to reach deep in your heart, man, like a lion, and say, you know what? I'm going to take 1 step forward. I'm going to take 2 steps towards that rehabilitation center today. I'm going to go down to the church and get me some help and just keep pushing, man. I sincerely wish the best for you, and I hope that, things work out if you're caught up in that vicious cycle of addiction. I've seen it. My father was horrible. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Until tomorrow, with respect, we're out.